The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it, back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles studio.
Oh,
shoot. You screwed it up again.
I don't know why that keeps doing that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're live at the NFL Draft, Radio Row, here in Detroit, Michigan. We're doing 7-round mock drafts. It's Draftmas Eve.
It is
Draftmas Eve. It's almost time for Drafty Claus to show up with all his gifts for the good boys and girls.
It is indeed, and it's time for the Philadelphia Eagles to get a look at, or fans to get a look at, what your team could look like after the 2024 NFL Draft. So Flostradamus Jeremy Greene's got his Eagle cap on here and is going to run through the 7-round mock draft.
We are. So there's been talk of Philadelphia possibly trading up, which I don't know how you feel about that. I don't necessarily. I mean, is there a player that you would trade up for with them? I mean, there is with me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go slow here in the –
feel like they're just going to be guys that they've done this. I think it's like 4 out of the last 5 drafts that Roseman has gone after someone. He's traded up for somebody.
Well, I mean, the one I would have traded up for – hold on.
What is the matter?
It just went nanners.
Oh, my God. See, this is the thing. These are the things when you do it live. Or when we're doing it in the studio, we can go take after take after take.
And we do. And we do.
Not generally.
I know.
Just sometimes you'll hit like this wall. You'll hit this technology wall. Like one thing will break, and then, oh, crap, I forgot to turn this off. And then, oh, crap. Like, it's just the nature of the beast. You do it until you get it right.
Well,
so,
the Jets taking Quinyon Mitchell was probably enough for me to go, well, that's stupid.
Well, and see, that's part of the problem that you run into with some of these mock drafts. The simulators and stuff, they go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can put it on your own rankings, and it'll still fuck it up. Like, it'll still try to take Troy Fautanu at 10 for the New York Jets.
Well, I mean, here Quinyon Mitchell went at 7. So, to the Tennessee Titans. How many corners do they need, bro?
Good Lord.
All right, screw it. We're not making a trade. If Quinyon Mitchell fell, then we would talk about a trade. But he doesn't.
All right, so we're not starting over.
No, well, I mean, we already did twice, and Quinyon Mitchell's gone in the top 10. I was going to get to, I don't know, Denver or the Raiders. The Raiders make a lot of sense because the Raiders would like to trade back and get Michael Penix. But I don't see it happening. In this one, they took McCarthy, which is it's fucking stupid. Every one of these simulators is dumb as hell. So, I mean, you get to the right players every time you get to a pick, but it's not necessarily realistic.
Well, if getting back to the Eagles here, for them to trade up to get somebody, if they're going to do it, I think they would shoot Quinyon Mitchell and go. I mean, at what point do you pull the trigger on that though? 13?
If Quinyon, I'd probably go 12 to Denver because I genuinely feel like if Quinyon Mitchell's who you want, I know the Raiders like him. Mm-hmm. So if that's what you wanted to do, you would have to get in front of the Raiders. Because the Raiders would like to go Quinyon Mitchell at 13, Michael Penix at the end of the first round. They'd love to sit it in the second round and get him, but they won't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it didn't materialize. For me, it's not that hard to figure out. I mean, the players I'm looking down the board, I'm deciding between Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry. And for me, that's not exactly that's not a tough decision for me. Is it for you?
Right. No.
Yeah, it's Nate Wiggins.
Yeah.
And look, I got to see him up close and personal. I was at the Florida State game. He's good. Do I think there's ever going to be great in him? You're a Nate Wiggins apologist far more than I am.
An apologist? I don't know that I'm an apologist. It's just, I don't know. again, he's a guy to me that doesn't really do much that's special. He's fine.
He's a good man cover corner.
Yeah.
And in Vic Fangio's defense, that's exactly what Fangio wants. So for me, it's pretty easy to say if this went this way, I'd take Nate Wiggins for Philadelphia in the first round.
All right.
So I'll lock that in. Now we go all the way down to 50 and 53. What positions are you looking for if you're Philadelphia?
Well, I think we need to. I think they need to add some on the offensive line. Do you not?
Not really.
Really?
Well, I mean, you had one of the best offensive lines in football. All you lost was Jason Kelsey, and you got two guys that could slide over to center if you needed them to.
Yeah. I mean, is the second round too early to draft for depth?
God, yes.
Like really good
with
depth?
Philadelphia. God, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Where
just
would you
looking
go,
at.
linebacker?
I'm looking at Philadelphia, going. I would. Linebacker would be up there. Safety would be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver would be up there. Because I'm looking at Devontae Parker, going, that doesn't make me feel great. It doesn't make me feel great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll do this collectively. What position would you be looking to go here for Philadelphia?
I'm going to say I would go for a tackle.
Okay, your
Is there
options
one
at
on the
tackle. Let me look at what we've got.
Is there one that can?
Kyron Amagagi, and it's early for him at 53.
Okay.
Kingsley Suamatea, he won't be there.
He will not be there.
Patrick Paul, he probably
That'd
will
a
be
good
there.
one.
But, I mean, you're going to do that. He's a left tackle. You're going to do that with what, the intention of replacing Lane Johnson in a year?
Mm-hmm.
2 years?
Mm-hmm. He's my depth piece, my backup emergency guy. Should something happen to Mailata or Johnson, and he's the eventual replacement for Johnson.
I don't know.
They did this with Cam Jurgens. Right, a couple of years ago, they took Cam Jurgens, preparing for the exit of Jason Kelsey. Kelsey's gone. Guess who's there? Cam Jurgens.
And I get it.
He's come up in the system. Now he's taken over. They could do the same thing with a tackle. Or that's my thought process anyway.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's not really what I want to do. I'm just trying to see. I mean, my biggest need for the Eagles was a corner.
Mm-hmm.
We got one of those in the first round.
Yep.
My second biggest need for the Eagles was a linebacker. And based on what we have on the board here,
Peyton Wilson.
I mean, Edgerrin Cooper's still on board. That's probably where I'm going to go.
Could be a good one. Yeah.
Is there than Cooper. Because I can't really imagine Pittsburgh taking two back-to-back.
I'm on the Paul side of this one because they also drafted Brandon Smith last year, so they've got more young linebacker depth. I don't know that they want to keep adding.
Oh, they signed Brandon Smith.
Did
Brandon
they?
Smith was drafted by the Panthers.
Excuse me.
All right, so you want to take Patrick Paul.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take Patrick Paul at 50. Edgerrin Cooper fell, so we'll take him at 53. So that's what we've got through the first 2 days, basically. Now we've got 5 later-round picks.
Video froze.
Of course it did. Why wouldn't it freeze?
Shoot.
Why does that keep happening?
I don't know.
This is the exact same equipment we have used
Forever.
for 400 years.
Maybe you should run the mock off your other computer.
I can't
Would that
do
cause
that.
it? I don't know.
I can't do that because it's run into the software. That's how it's on the screen.
Oh yeah. See,
I always laugh when Tank gives his ideas of how we should fix a video thing, and then he tells me shit like that. You should run it off a computer, but it's in the stream. How the hell would I do that?
I didn't know you were putting it on the screen.
Well, let's see if I can get the.
Either.
Oh, now we're back.
Hey, we're back. And we're back.
I wonder if that's what was knocking off the. It's bizarre.
What?
That's bizarre.
What was that? What was your problem?
Just that it keeps freezing our cameras. We've used these forever. It's never done that.
Oh, I thought you were identifying a source here. I thought you had found the source.
Nope.
Of whatever.
I have not. I have not done that.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, Tay had a good point. The bottom ticker was still scrolling, but the cameras were frozen.
Interesting.
That doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Interesting.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. All right, so we've gotten to pick 120 here.
Okay.
We had Nate Wiggins early, Edgerrin Cooper, Patrick Paul. Now, Tavondre Sweat still on the board. Okay, just PFF. Can we talk for a minute? Like, I mean, I hate to go early 2000s slow jams here, but can we talk? Because that's fucking stupid. This idea that Tavondre Sweat's going to fall through the floor is absolutely preposterous to me.
Nope. It is to me as well. I don't get any hate on him.
They have him at 122.
How do you possibly think? I mean, unless you just think he's going to come in the league and completely eat himself out of house and home, right?
In fairness,
he's going to balloon and just not ever develop into anything. I don't see it.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I didn't have Tavondre Sweat in my top 100.
Did you not?
No. Did you notice we didn't talk about him today?
I did. I don't know when I was expected to hear his name, but how the hell does that happen?
Well, because he is in my top 100 players.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the top 100 I sent in because I'm not necessarily sure he goes in the top 100. Wow. He should.
Uh-huh.
But every person I talk to says he's going to fall. I just don't think it's this far. I mean, shit, we're at 120.
Yeah, no. I can't possibly see a world where that happens.
I don't either. God, there's a lot of running backs here.
Because I'm not in the know, I guess. It must be something serious. It must be, damn, that guy just every time he steps into a room, he goes straight to the fridge. Like,
well, I mean, he showed up at the Senior Bowl. He was gigantic.
Yeah. I don't know if are there red flags? Are there character issues with him as well? Is just the whole package? It's not there?
I've never heard anything that would have talked me out of it.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
All right, so we're here at 120 for Philadelphia. I mean, we're looking receiver here, right? Because I feel like if you don't take one here, you're not going to get one.
Yes.
Unless you're in the dart throw times of later in this class. All right, you got Brendan Rice, Taj Washington, Jalen Coker, Marcus Rosemy, Jack Saint, Bub Means.
Well, you know where I lean.
It's a little early, probably. It's not that early.
For Rosemy Jack Saint?
I think I could get down with Rosemy Jack Saint. Bigger bodied kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not super athletic, but damn, he was impressive in Mobile. You know what? I think we can universally agree on that one.
Not athletic?
Not as athletic as you would want him to be.
Okay. All right.
Because he's not huge. He's 6'2", 195.
No, but he sure can get after a ball. I mean, if it's within his reach, he's got a nose for it. I know he didn't put up massive numbers. You know, he didn't touch double-digit touchdowns and all of that, but dude's good. Dude's good.
I mean,
he is one of those guys that you can forget he's on the team for 2 games.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that I could do that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to be an
late,
immediate
yeah,
contributor.
absolutely. Okay.
I think we can agree on Marcus Rosemy.
Let's
Jack
go.
Saint. All right. Taking him at 120, then we go down to 161. We have 171, 172, 210.
Okay.
All right. You talk for a minute. I'm going to pull up Philadelphia's list of guys that they've had in the building to see if there's anybody specifically I want to talk about.
Okay. So far.
And let's see, we're at 14 minutes of this one. So I would say we might be done with all 32 teams by the time the draft starts.
Yeah, by Draftmas. Absolute Draftmas. Andreas says the PFF draft simulator is pure stupidity. Yes. Yes, it is. I agree with you.
Matt Penn asked if we tried to put the cameras in Rice.
But
That's funny.
But they all are. I don't. The mock draft simulators, I don't understand the algorithms, I guess.
Well,
I don't know what you factor in. I don't know how you come to what you're doing, or,
Well, I mean, you want me to tell you one thing that really scatters you on that? A lot of what you know of later round prospects comes from me.
Yeah.
So if you get a guy that falls way too far, because I've talked about him forever, that's really going to jump out at you.
I mean, it's not just that. I mean, you go in, okay, so I'm going to go to Walk the Mock. I'm on the thing. I'm going to pull one up.
Walk the Mocks. It looks really pretty, but it smokes crack sometimes.
I mean, but here's the thing. They all do. Because I don't think none of them are perfect.
No.
By any stretch. But there shouldn't ever be one where the number one pick in the draft that I just ran, the number one pick of the Chicago Bears is going to be who?
That's Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. The fucking draft simulator takes Roma Dunze at 1.
Yeah, those are the ones that irritate me.
Right. Like, no, now if I want something even kind of close, I've been trying to do that I'm trying to square myself up.
Yeah, you don't
working.
sit still, and it really irks the fuck out of me.
It's because I can't, because I have to keep leaning in to look at my things.
Well, Benjamin Franklin, get your damn glasses so we can.
I'm trying to.
Oh, there's a player on the board here. I don't know if they've talked to him at all. If they have, that's instantaneously who I'm taking. Probably who I'm taking anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Philadelphia Eagles, I've forgotten even where we're at here. 120-something?
No, 120 is the last pick. We're at 161. I'll put it up on the board. I mean, I feel like Zach Zenter's still on the board. That's the
call.
That's the call.
Yes.
They had him in for a top 30 visit, too. So, I mean, that feels like not only is it the best player on the board, but it's a player that they would look at, too. Mm-hmm. So that gets me a depth piece at guard. I can totally redshirt him for a year, and it's totally fine.
And now they're doing and then now they're doing the same thing on the offensive line that they do on the defensive line.
Yes.
I'm going to rotate in draft pick after draft pick, and we're going to find a solution that works for everybody. I got to keep my team young because it's getting expensive.
That cost me Javonte John Baptiste, which sucks, but that's nothing to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
He was too good for me to not take right there. In terms of other top 30 visits that Philadelphia's done, I don't think there's many that are going to still be on the board, but there is one. I mean, we've already taken a linebacker, but they had Trayvon Wallace in for a top 30 visit. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have to take him. I mean, he's super athletic. I mean, if for nothing else, he's a special teams guy for a couple years.
Yeah.
And you take a couple swings at this and hope that you get it right.
Mm-hmm. Or you keep building on the offensive line and get you another center to back up Cam Jurgens.
I don't need another center.
Okay.
I've already got Landon Dickerson. I've already got Cam Jurgens. I mean, yes, I know they're my starting two guards, but I mean, shit, I've got Tyler Steen too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Trayvon
too?
Wallace. No, Steen's the other guard, but what I'm saying is that I can move either of the other two over to center and be fine.
Right. Okay.
So I'll take Trayvon Wallace right here. That's the last player that they had in for a top 30 that makes any form of sense.
Okay.
Is there another position that you think we should look at here before? Because we got 2 late round picks left.
I'm taking a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I
would kind of like to take another corner.
All the offensive line depth you could want. Yeah.
I think another corner.
Add to the secondary.
I mean, I don't think it's stupid enough to have Jerry and Jones here, but it might be. No, he's already gone. All right, the ones we've got are Kalen King, Nehemiah Pritchett, Elijah Jones, Josh Newton.
None really rings a bell.
I mean, Nehemiah Pritchett's the one that
I could usually, out of a group of guys, go, ooh, that one sounds, kind of fits the Philadelphia Eagles. Does Pritchett fit with them?
Well, I mean, the problem with him is he's thin as hell. I mean, he's a $184. So he's a developmental piece, but you're taking guys this late. Look, we've already told you this. Once we get to this point of the draft, it's going to be, holy shit, it's hold your nose time. So, I mean, are you okay with me taking Nehemiah Pritchett here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll get down to 210. That'll be our last pick here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's pull us back up on the screen. I forgot to do that, so you're staring at the PFF simulator. Oh, boy. I mean, I would not be averse to taking full-life, real-life truther Tip Raymond. I mean, he and I are two of the ones that know the real business, that birds aren't real.
Mm-hmm. That looks like a good pick to me.
Let's see. We've got – we could take Torrey Taylor, the best punter in the draft. Who is the Eagles punter at this point?
Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to lie to you. I do not pay attention to punters in the least.
Braden Mann.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He was a Jet.
Yes, he was.
He was horror-awful. I think they just re-signed him, though. All right. You good with Tip Raymond?
Yep.
Let me put his info up on the screen, see if there's – oh, I'm pissed at PFF. When I see Sycamore tomorrow, I'm going to be like, did you really not find a way to put birds aren't real in his fucking draft profile, really? I actually like Tip Raymond, too.
He didn't want to be controversial.
Tip actually can block, which is very rare for any tight end nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
He's a legit, I would say, long-term 2. I mean, you just signed C.J. Uzomah. He can be a Uzomah replacement in a year. I don't see any problem with it.
Nope.
Let's see what PFF thought of our little mock
Oh, will they
draft here.
grade it too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we took a couple guys out of line. Oh, they gave you an F for Patrick Paul, so thanks for fucking the grade up there. I mean, you improved the curve for me.
Well, look at that.
The 2 picks that you gave were Patrick Paul and Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint.
Yes.
One got an F, the other got a D+.
Let's go.
I like how
That's
you
still
screwed
passing.
the curve up for me.
Still passing.
It's still passing. You got an F and a D+. And, oh, yeah, we didn't fail.
That's right. Average, D-.
Draft rank top 89% for Philadelphia Eagle mocks. I mean, Tank screwed the curve up, but, whether you like these picks, you hate these picks, you just want to call us 2 big dumb idiots, that's fine, and you can put in all your questions for tomorrow. We'll be live. Day 1 of the 2024 NFL Draft. We'll be there, Radio Row. We'll look much spiffier than we do right now, but we'll be right behind the stage. You can ask anything you want. We're bringing you to the NFL Draft, and it's right here in the Sportsocracy.